And so we find ourselves here again, and I've already lost the weights that I'm going to use. Find yourself with a set of weights. Remember, we use the pink weights, or we use whatever weights you've got, or water bottles. A reminder, this workout is part of the series, the alphabet series, A, B, C, D and E. The previous days we have done everything to do with the trunk every day. That trunk is being from pelvis to shoulders. We've done that every day. B was legs. We've done our legs to a really point of overload on the day 2. You've also done your backs, which is the trunk stability through the shoulder and right the way down to the side glutes. And you yesterday did your sides, and that was all side legs and inner thighs. So good morning, Lindsay, Sarah, Susan, and the people pouring into the room, which is great. If you can have ready some hand weights, morning Diane, that would be amazing. If you don't want to use weights because you have a niggly shoulder, so Lindsay just watched the shoulder that is hugely damaged, then you let go of the weights. The moment the shoulder is disadvantaged, that means there's some kind of pinchy pain. Hi Jane, get rid of the weights. You don't have to use your weights at all in this workout. Good morning Kay. You can just use all of the arm positions because your arms themselves are loads, aren't they? Your arms are a weight in of themselves. The reason we've left the arm positioning till this moment is because we've activated every single part of your trunk stabilizers, good morning Lorna, before finishing off at what I call the top of the body. The weakest place in the average person, particularly anyone who's over 25, and it's a gradual deterioration, is the upper body strength. And it goes wrong when you don't actually end up with shoulder stability through the upper back and lats and serrats involved and strong core. Good morning, Carol. Have ready your weights then. We will start in standing position. The standing position will be a parallel position, and you'll be doing your squats as a means of getting to the upper body. I've deliberately chosen a non-passive way of using everything, so it's all trunk stabilization, obviously, with the limbs being loaded and the arms being dominant. You can ease off the leg positions of squats if you want. You don't have to make them as big and deep as you can if you want to focus on your technique for the upper body. That being said, let's take ourselves to the starting place. Your feet are parallel, not particularly narrow, nor particularly wide, but they're parallel. Just have your arms by your upper arms by your sides, elbows tucked in, and get a feel for what it's like to be holding the weights in your hands. If all you do in the opening moment as a postural breathing check is let your arms lengthen, exhale, and then pull them back up. This is a very, very, very small activation of the bicep, but it's definitely there. And the pertinence really of this for you would be that you use your upper back even now and your pelvic floor navel to spine to center the body. Just do a couple more. Exhaling as your bicep curl, inhaling as you lower down. Good morning Thomas, and good morning Sarah. Bicep curl, and then let your arms go down. Now have your weights to the sides of your thighs. You'll squat, pushing your weight against your thigh as you hinge at the hip, bend at the elbow. Much the same as you'd do if you weren't holding the weights and were just doing bending elbows, bending legs. Think about what's happening here. You're bending your limbs and you're straightening your limbs, keeping the trunk stable. You breathe in to take yourself into that squat, and you breathe out to pull yourself back. Think about the elbows as they bend and pull backwards, and as you do that, the upper back shoulder stability system starts to play. 2 more as you lower and lift, pull the chin in, lower down and stay. Have a quick check, are your knees level? Take the weights now, and you're going to extend your arm, in other words, straighten it and bend it so the weight ends up back on the side hip again. Exhaling, push your arms straight and behind, breath in and bend. If your upper back is working efficiently, your arms are definitely backwards of the hip pelvic bum area. The tricep starts to get involved in your workload. Yes, we know your hamstrings and glutes are also active. Your knee joints are completely safe. Your upper back is finding its stabilized muscle sequence, and the front of the shoulder is having to be open. No pinching, no biting anywhere, just the sense of activation. People, the next time you push your arms straight, leave them straight. Now you're going to let the legs do a bit of a pulse as you push your arms up and up and up. You'll find a natural rhythm here. If you'd rather keep your legs still and focus on your shoulders, that's fine. If you need to come slightly up out of your squat to focus on your upper back, shoulders, back of the upper arm, that too is fine. Whichever way now then, on the inhale, let your arms just drift forwards and allow the weights on the breath out then to help the chin nod, and forwards roll your spine down to the floor. In the downwards phase, allow your arms to swing and a little bit of a releasing bounce, spring area happen to the legs. If you're bent in the lower back, Thomas Bathgate, then that won't do you any favours. You need to make sure that it's the upper back that's rounded, the head's hanging, and the rhythm is following the breathing. So you're inhaling and exhaling. Margaret, watch this with your shoulders. I wouldn't use any weights. Hi, Debbie. Okay, people, and then calm that down. To come out of it, exhale, shrink the tongue, pull your shoulder blades back together as you tuck your bottom under using pelvic floor, and you grow all the way tall. Take your arms back this time. Squat, keeping your arms back. And squat. Breathe in to go down. And breathe out to come back up. Breathing in, down you'll go. 2 more before we stay down. By keeping the arms backwards and as though you're trying to pull your hands together, you're waking up the middle shoulder blade area, the rhomboids. Stay where you are. Your aim is to see if there can be a bit of a squeeze of the scapula tighter together. You want to learn to move your arms by moving your shoulder blades. All this while, navel to spine, keep the load in the heel and in the side of the bottom, and the breathing will assist you in this. If you don't breathe, you won't trunk stabilise, you'll just grip and grab with your limbs. We have 2 more here, 1 more here, and then once again, allow your arms to release the shoulder. My shoulders are now rounded. My breath out, I'll nod my chin in, bend my rib cage, leaving my lower back really safe, and once again, the sense of being free with a springy body. There's no jarring of the back, you're not tucking under, you're allowing a natural rhythm to take part in this exercise of the upper body and the trunk. Okay, people, and calm that down. Allow your arms just to hang. Keep the chin to your throat. Breath out, pelvic tilt, and rolling the pelvis through the spine. You roll all the way up, and you're up tall. Next position, pull yourself into a small Pilates V, a little bit of a turnout. I'm deliberately not standing on the mat, but that's your Pilates V. In the Pilates V, I'm lining up my feet with the very edge of the mat. Hold your position here, and as you go into your tiptoes, open your arms out and come back. Exhaling up to tiptoes and inhale back. You're keeping your shoulders away from your neck. You're flowing up and down. Keep the knees slightly bent if you remember. If you're a locky out leg person, so that'd be Diane, Margaret, Debbie Goldie, a few of you, Thomas Bathgate. All right, as we open and close. The pelvic floor still draws up, the navel draws into the spine, and you're positioning your arms open to get the upper back working, bending at the elbow to bring them closed. 2 more. And 1 more. The arms open, the weights face forwards, and the weights face the breast area. Taking your arms open now, stay where you are and add your plie. That means you'll bend into your plie squat. You take the weights back to the pecs, and then you'll open up. Exhaling. When you do this movement pattern, it's all about you maintaining your shoulders away from your neck and refusing to hold the weight that is in your hands with your neck, or even gripping your hands. The feel that the armpit and the upper back activate as part of the stability connection to that load is absolutely fundamental. You're opening fully and bending fully. Opening fully like a T shape, and next time you go down, you'll stay. So stay down here, continue the arms. As you open, you can go a bit further now because you've got the time, and then bend them, pulling them back to your armpit. So the weights are now at the armpit. Exhaling, open. Breathe in and bend. It's a strong opening out, and the upper back is meant to get involved in the connection with the load that's going on through your arms. When you think of the movement from the bent to straight, think of your upper back, back of the rib cage, and the breath out by trunk stabilizing you creates this volume of connection. It tensions the trunk in all the right ways. If you keep your chin in, you won't use your neck. If it's really intense, by all means, maybe take your arms down to the sides. Whichever way, next time your arms are out, stay. You're now going to add tiny circles, pull back and back as you do a little bit of an increase of the plie. This will go straight to the muscles that take you into the back of the shoulder. You're going to start to make those circles lower down in the direction of the side thigh, and then you're going to reverse the journey and go back, pulling backwards as your emphasis, backwards to the ceiling. Keep the breathing. One more sequence, going all the way down. If your emphasis is on pulling back, that's fantastic. You'll feel the back deltoid, the mid-rhomboids, and then change the journey as you go back. And we take these arms up to shoulder height, stay, and once again allow the body to flow forwards like it's pouring out of your waist. This time exhale, leave your arms heavy, tuck your bottom under and return, rippling through the spine, straightening out the legs as you go, and you're in your standing position again. You should be getting warm. Take yourself into your turnout. Once you're in turnout, have your arms here, and we're going to do what we call the rotator cuff work. Keep your hands the height of your elbows. So the weights rotate out. In your mind, your elbow has a kind of a pivotal point, and it stays exactly where it is. There's no movement of the upper arm away from the ribs. The rib cage stays truly connected through the breath, and your upper arms stay open through the front of the chest as you take yourself down on the inhaling and come back up on the exhaling. If you lift the weights too high, you complex, making more of the bicep than of the rotator cuffs, which are the tiny muscles that make up your shoulders. Stay down this time. Check that everything feels good. Now inhale, lower your arms down, the weights will touch either thigh. Exhale and pull them back to where they were. This is a lengthening deltoid, opening shoulder activity. And if you do it properly, you can do inhale and bend the legs more if you want. Exhale and a slight lift up. Inhale, so you're open at the elbow, you're open through the front of the shoulder. You're going down and back. The biceps involved, but it's a lengthened connect. But more importantly, the upper shoulder, the front and back, is completely happy with the move. You've got two more. Keep the chin in, keep the spine long. Last time. And then once again, allow your arms to hang your shoulders strong, not the chin, and allow the muscles breathing out to take you down into your stretch. Push your legs straight without locking them out. Leave your head hanging. Bend your legs once more. Pull your weights to the outsides of your knees. Tuck your bottom under, therefore, and come all the way up. Now, allow one weight to go to the mid-pelvic area. Allow your other weight to go overhead. Exhale, side bend and push one weight to the inside of the thigh. Inhale and come back. We're going to do this side 4 times. Exhaling, push. Now, if for some reason your shoulder doesn't like that, it'll be the upper's one that doesn't, then let it come across your body. If you can cope with this, do so. The biggest issue is people not letting the neck be part of the side bend. Go on, let your neck be part of that side bend. Exhale and inhale, return. Other side, so set it up, make sure it feels good. Exhaling, you go further over, inhale and. The side bend, no rotation. The lower weight is reaching for the inner thigh of the opposite leg. The upper weight is reaching in the direction of beyond your head, staying as centered over your head as it can. If it's too intense, remember, then simply pull your weight forwards or sideways over. You can actually do that. What matters is the side bend as a bit of a stretch. The last one. And come all the way up. Take your weights now and take your arms here. Soften off at the knees. The movement pattern now is keeping your upper arms upright. You think strongman, da-da. Children, we used to go, look at my biceps. Our grandchildren do that now. So as you inhale and lengthen, exhale, bend. The position of your upper arm within your shoulder joint and keeping your trunk stabilizer switched on is absolutely fundamental. You can now add the deeper plie as you stand and open. So bend legs, straighten legs and arms. Bend arms and legs, straighten arms and legs. Inhale and make sure you actually go to bent and go to straight. If you're a lockout limb person, which would be Diane, Margaret, possibly Debbie actually, watch those joints, the elbow joint and the knee joint. As you straighten, you want to reach the arm away, not kind of lock out and snap open the joint. Next time you go down, we'll stay. So stay down here. Now breathe out, squeeze your elbows together, breathe in and open as wide as you can. Exhaling, deepen, and inhale, open through the upper back. Your opening means is pulling your shoulder blades together. Think of it like that. Inhaling, keep both elbows level. Exhaling. If it's too intense, take it down here and make it lower. You're still going to get the benefit. I'm looking for your upper back to activate rather than just feeling your biceps. So the positioning can be here as you deepen and open, deepening everything and opening. Last two, last one, and reach your arms and stay. It wouldn't be right to do the movements without adding the star. So you're going to find your load, find your squat, single leg. This will keep the development of our stability through the series that is the alphabet series. You do your squat, bend the elbows, find your star. Do your squat, bend at the elbows, find your star. Do your squat, reach your arms forwards, find your star. I've been trying to teach this during this last week. All it's going to do, we're visiting it today as a reminder to the posture, because some people don't get to do this as frequent as they want to. We're reminding the posture to recruit one side and then the other side. Down into your squat, up into your star. The single leg balance moment is crucial to your old age. So get on with it. And last time. Finishing your squat, let your arms hang, you've got your roll down, release of spine. Exhaling then, you'll nod the chin. Allow the feel of the weights to relax your shoulder. Down, down, down you go. And then breath out, stretch out your legs, pushing your weights and your hands to the floor. As your legs bend and straighten, not go completely straight, they go straighter. Finding the hamstring stretch. Finish off with this last one. Now pull your weights behind you, so reach them backwards as you tuck your bottom under and return your spine all the way up to upright. Next positioning then, you'll go onto your kneeling shape. So have the knees lined up with each other and have your weights initially by your sides. Your pelvic floor, pelvic position, is the equivalent of just switched on neutral. Nothing in the lumbar spine. If we take the weights then, you will reach them backwards, and as you lean back, the extra weight kind of assists that backwards range. Exhaling, backwards lean, stare straight ahead. If you end up getting to your heels, as long as the weights touch both heels equally, at simultaneous timing is what I'm on about, then there is a good alignment. If you're comfortable with that, you're now going to let the arms split. So let one arm go up, and as you lean back, switch. Breathe in, exhaling, and switch, exhaling. You're going backwards, switch. I got cramp in my calf. Oh my goodness, that was a good cramp. And forgive me, that was not the position. Now make sure the other arm's going this time. So now I've got my left arm going forwards as my right arm goes backwards. If you've alternated, don't worry. It's more that you've actually offset the body with an asymmetry, but you've maintained. This is your last one. The beauty of this moment is your quads get lovely and long again, and they'll be ready for further exercises. Let that go. You're going to come to the floor, and you're going to sit with your legs bent and your feet, certainly connect your heels, make sure you know where your heels are. Once you know where your heels are, you're holding your weights and you're going to hold a bicep curl. So we're here. Core connect the breathing, so inhaling and exhaling. Now exhale and open your arms, inhale and bend them. If you can do this in seated and it doesn't affect your shoulder, stay like this. If your shoulder feels horrible, do it like this, okay? The difference is, one's supporting the upper arm against gravity, the other's using the upper arm against the rib cage, which is still a really useful exercise. So we take it, that's the inhale, that's the exhale, this is the inhale. Now exhale, roll off your sit bones and lower those weights to wherever you're comfortable to go, and then breathe in and sit up into the seated position on the sit bones. Backwards you go, and upwards. Inhaling, both weights are equal, no gripping and grabbing. I like to think of this exercise being a gradually increasing lower and lower down through the spine. When you're going down, roll off your sit bones, look at the weights, look at the thighs. I'm going to change the breathing now. Breathe in just here. Breathe out, roll back. Breathe in just here. Breathe out, start to bend the elbows and the ribs and sit up. Breathe in. Exhaling, start to roll back. Now leave your arms up here. Breathe in. Exhaling, pull up. Breathe in. Exhale. You're going back as far as your body keeps this move in your abdominals. It's a full breath pattern. You stay where you got to, and on the breath out, the sense of lifting up, that the weights lift as you roll up through the spine. Can you get that? Breathe, lift the weights in the upper arms. Now obviously if you need your arms down here, they will stay there, but you can lift them maybe to there. Whichever way, you're doing whatever your shoulder and your spine, particularly the lumbar spine, allows. Do me two more. You're going down, that's the breath out. You have a breath in. You're coming up, that's the breath out. We've got one more, and you're going down with the breath out. Can you see your purple balls or your pink weights? Exhale, and up you come. And then big reach. Take your arms out sideways, and then pull them down to your sides and slide your heels under you. Ready for your abdominal work? The first part of this is to get the leg going straight. So I'm going to start with your arms out sideways. Think crucifix. Your weight face the ceiling at this point. They face in the direction of your feet, so that as you exhale and curl up, pulling the weights to the back of the thighs as it were, and breathe in and roll that spine down. Breathe out. Skim the floor as you roll up. Check that both weights are equal positioning, left to right, right to left. And nod the chin. Next one is with staying position. As you exhale, you'll nod and curl and stay. Now, make sure you go to an imprint if you're not already there. Inhale, push the leg away. Exhale, pull it back. Other leg. Inhale, press it away. Breathe out, pull it back. Stay up there. Inhale, pull it away. Exhale, pull it back. Staying up there. Last time. Away and back, and exhaling then, pull the weights behind the thighs, lift the legs up into tabletop and put your head down. With your head down, have your arms now out sideways. Keep the pelvic imprint, so your lower back knows its imprint, the inner thighs are connected. Breath out, exhale, curl and pull the weights to the side of the shin. Breathe in and feel the upper back lay down. Keep an imprint of your lowest ribs and lumbar spine, lower back. And down you go. Come on, big breaths. Chin nod. Both arms coming up to the sides of the shins. Absolutely the same timing. Last time. And stay. Now exhale. Pull the weights together as your legs go away. Inhale, pull the weights behind the knees as your legs come in. Exhale, weights come together, front of the thighs, and then weights go behind. Breathe in. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhale is the 100 position, effectively, isn't it? Rather than anything else. 2 more we go. Pulling those thighs together. The legs go as low as you want them to. Last time. And pull the legs in and rock side to side. I'm very aware that your hip flexors will be very involved, but I'm not going to apologise. From this position here then, we'll slide the right leg straight, and you're going to take the left arm, right arm up. So right leg straight, right arm up. Your other arm is by your sides. You're going to exhale and straighten out the left leg, curl up, switch arms, and uncurl. Keeping your leg up in the air straight. You've got the seesaw arms. Breathing out, up you go, arms seesaw. Inhale, down. If you need to have the leg that's straight up in the air, bent, then that's fine. That's all to do with hamstrings. You're keeping your legs as they should be, in L shape. Bottom leg is not on the floor. And last time, switch arms and switch legs. Off we go here. Your left leg is now straight, your right. Exhale. Arms walk. Inhale down. Nod the chin. Inhale down. This is all shoulder stabilizing from the trunk. The trunk now on your obliques is working really hard. And you're keeping as much symmetry as you can. Okay, so we go up and down. 2 more before we finish this sequence. Inhale and down. 1 more. And pull both legs into your chest and have your arms now sideways on. Exhale, squeeze your arms towards each other to the ceiling. And inhale and open out. Exhale, do a pelvic tilt as your arms come weights together. Inhale, release slightly as they go down. Exhaling, pelvic tilt, arm squeeze, inhale and down. This is reverse curl effect in the lower body, while the upper body tones with length, the pec to arm area. Last sequence of tilt. And then lowering down. Place your legs straight. Take yourself then onto your side and have a quick L shape with your arms. So you've got your underneath arm, weight to the ceiling, upper arm, weight facing forwards in the direction of the actual place you're staring. If you breathe in, you're going to pull the weights together, the arm closes. Breathe out and push it away. You're keeping the trunk stability sideways, and now the emphasis of the weighted arm work is on the back of the upper arm, but your obliques are having to work to stabilise you. This is your last one before we add. So as you let your arm go up, let your underneath leg lift, and inhale lower. If your, top leg, if your underneath leg is activated, rather than just resting, you'll get a much better connection. The leg lift and lower is so subtle, it's just trunk stability through the sides. The next time you find yourself back into the L-shaped arm, stay. Now, keeping the upper leg up there, exhale, squeeze the legs as you close your arms. Inhale, lower the underneath leg down. Breathe out as you pull up on your underneath leg. Your arms close and open. Exhaling. Open as you go back down. So the squeeze of the inner thigh, the underneath leg, your weights come together. And then as you part legs, you part hands. Close the legs and the weights. Open the legs and the weights. 2 more. Last time. And allow that to go. You're going to put your weights to one side. Just come onto your all fours. You've got your knee hovers now. Actually, I'll change my position just so you can see it. Tuck your toes under your feet. Shoulders away from the neck. Exhaling then, you're going to hover your knees and stay. This is you pushing the ground away. You've primed all of the stability muscles by using the weights. You're inhaling and exhaling. Toes are curled under. Inhaling and exhaling. And then up we go into downward dog. So downward facing dog, make sure your heels go down as far as they'll go to get your hamstring to calf stretch. Keeping the hips reaching up. Breathe. Now exhale, come back to your knee hover. Breathe in and hold that hover. Breathe out and push the ground away. Find your shoulder stabilizers. If you want to move your hands closer to get your heels down, then do so. And then back to the knee hover. Breathing in. Breathe out. Grow tall and push down. Breathe into your stretch. Breathe out. Pick up your tiptoes and lower down to the knee hover. Breathe into your hover. Breathe out. Up you go into your downward facing dog or pyramid, whichever you want to call it. And tippy toes. Knee hover. We've just got one more. This is upper body. Up you go. Heels down. Hollow those abdominals. And the next time you come down, hold for a moment to make sure you're not faking it. Breathe deeply in and out, and then lower those knees back to ground. You're now ready for the other side of the side L shape. Finding your weights dispersed across the floor somewhere. You've got your underneath arm as an L. In other words, it's forwards of you, and your upper arm here. Shoulder away from the neck. The legs, whilst they look low, they're totally active. They're not like resting, they're activated. First part of the movement then, pelvic floor, neutral alignment. Exhale, close your arms. Inhale and open. If your arms close and the top arm is shorter than the bottom arm, then your shoulders are no longer level. And that's all about position in terms of the mat. So take the time to make that happen. If you'd rather breathe out to close and in to open or vice versa, it's not going to change anything in this moment. What you do have to make happen is that the breath out, you feel all of your trunk stabilizers. Don't allow this to be just an arm exercise. And if in doubt, make sure your hand is well away from the upper shoulder area. It's got to stay more armpit to get the lats involved in the upper back rather than the cap of the shoulder muscles. People, the next time you open, stay open, and then the top leg is going to lift as you open and close as you close. Open. When I say the top leg's lifting, it's small, it's positional. The underneath leg is already getting involved with energized action. There's not a single part of you at rest. Every part of you is breathing and alive, okay? We're going to do one more before we hold that top leg up. So this time, hold it up. Now exhale, close the arms and the legs as the underneath leg gets involved. Breathe in and take the underneath leg down. Breath out and breathe in. It matters to think of the inner thigh of that underneath leg as you close the gaps between arms and legs. And open, close the gap, and open. And it's interesting, in using the weights, it's very easy to see subtle shoulder rolling. Resist rolling that shoulder backwards. Exhale, navel to spine, thighs tight together. Inhale, you've 2 more. And this is your last one. Exhaling. And inhale, release. Well done. From there then, take yourself back onto your kneeling position. No weights this time. Have your knees so that the thigh bones are parallel. and the arms are by your sides. We need to relax through the shoulders, so start rolling the shoulders backwards and forwards, so go backwards, drawing circles with the side of the shoulder, and now reverse it, go the other way. Allowing the elevation, the sense of where your shoulder blades, the scapula is. Go back again. The feel of lightness that should happen because you've just let go of the weights matters. Now go back the way you came. You are stabilising this kneeling position. You've got to imagine I'm about to ask you to lean backwards. I'm not going to ask you to do that. But I want that sense of connecting. It can't always be an aggressive cue. It has to be light and easy at times. What I'm going to do now is take you to finish off into your chest press. And this is a way of utilising everything you've just done using a weight can be used now for strength work in the pecs. What you're going to do is lean forwards into your chest press and back. It may almost feel lighter because you've primed everything generally. The ability to push your load away from the ground and lower your load to the ground may well be improved. You go down, inhaling, and push away, exhaling. Down, inhaling, and the feel for the obliques on the breath out, shrinking your sides in, is crucial. Do me 2 more. I'm sure that was easier. Do me 1 more. Inhaling, and then reach your hands to the bottom end of the mat, take the bottom back and stretch as far as you can the hands away from the armpits. Let your whole shoulder joint now separate and create space in it. Allow the head to go to the floor. You're going to breathe deeply in and out just here. Deeply in and out. Feel the lower back, the upper back, relax. And then slide up back to your true all fours position. Thread the needle, we'll free up the upper spine. So exhaling, you are in a neutral, long spine shape, crown of the head reaching away, thigh bones level. Breathe in and take one hand. Exhale and thread it under, getting your shoulder in the direction of the floor without twisting the hips. Then breathe out and return. Inhale, take the other hand. Exhale for rotation. Your elbow bends of the arm that's supporting you down. Breathe in when you get there. Breathe out and press the ground away. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathe out and press the ground away. And once more each inhale. Exhale, thread that needle under the armpit. Feel the upper spine rotate, the hips stay true. And you return back again. This is your last one. Breathe in. Breathing out, down you go, breathe in and then breathe out. Come up onto your knees. A stretch, if you can do it, is this. Take your hand up, take it behind your neck. Take your other hand and pull. If you can keep your trunk stability whilst holding this, it's going to give you a bit of a tricep. The tricep is the back of the upper arm, this long muscle here. And there's little doubt you'll have involved it today. And you want to encourage it to go back to a nice length rather than a short and junky. And other side, hand, back of the neck. And again, you'll feel one side probably feels a little bit tighter than the other. All that matters with Pilates is we never want to tighten something to the point where it bulks up. We want strength and length. And so this moment here for your arms is crucial. And then let that go. Okay. I do believe we've completed our trunk and arm workout. Your alphabet series then finishes tomorrow with the finale, which is an incredible timing, as the finale tomorrow is F, A, B, C, D, E, F, and it's Tom and Tanya's final moment for the Fridays. I'm sure every now and again we'll reel Tom back in, but he kind of needs to get on with his real life of work. But bless him, he's going to definitely do tomorrow with us because it's the final one. So let's hope that we'll see you tomorrow. We will be here with something that's just going to keep us all going and keep us all fun-filled and anticipating a really brightly and COVIDly safe open studio. Is COVIDly a word now? Anyway, COVID safe open studio. Take care, people. You've stayed well this long. Here's to say stay well for the rest of this time, and I really can't wait to see you here in the studio. I'm going to say goodbye so that I can do Zoom, so it's a goodbye from me.